Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first lesson in a series that will explore not just the parts of the Constitution, but the goals and principles of the Constitution. In order to get a good grasp on what we want to accomplish in our Constitution, we need to know how it's set up. So, the objective of this first lesson will be for you to be able to identify and explain the main purpose of each of the sections of the Constitution. So, let's get a move on, shall we? What are the parts of the Constitution? Simply, there are three major parts. One is the preamble, the to do list. Two, the articles, the blueprint. Three, the amendments, the fixes. So let's look at each of these in a little bit more detail. Section 1 is the preamble. You know the preamble real well. You sang it on the steps of Independence Hall in Philadelphia last year. It is only one sentence long, yet this is a powerful sentence. This sentence is not just an opening statement, it's really America's ongoing to do list. It established for us what we want to accomplish with our government, what we hope for our new nation, what we, the people, want to see our government do. After all, we, the people, are creating the government of us, by us, and for us. So the preamble sets forward for not just the people of the 18th century, but for all Americans, what we hope to accomplish with our country. Next is the articles. There's 7 articles in all. The articles are really the blueprint, the framework, the user manual for the U.S. government. It establishes who's going to have which power. It establishes the checks and balances each of the branches of government have on one another. What rules we have. What are the qualifications to serve? It sets forth the levels of government between the state and federal. The articles are pretty expansive. We'll be exploring especially the first 3 in detail within our branches of government unit. But just to give you a quick overview, Articles 1 through 3 deal with the branches of government, qualifications, powers. 1 deals with the legislative, 2, the executive, 3, the judicial. Then we get Article 4, which deals with the division of power between the state and federal government. Federalism is a concept that we'll talk about later. That also comes into play of Article 6. Article 5 deals with the process of amending the Constitution. We're going to be talking quite a bit about how the Constitution is a living document, that it can be fixed. That's not written just in stone. Article 6 states pretty much that the U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land, that the laws of the Constitution override all other law in state and municipality, so on and so forth. And last but not least, Article 7 just explains the whole process of how to ratify or approve the Constitution. We talked about the ratification last year in our Constitutional Debates Unit. Let's move on and to our last section, which isn't in the original Constitution, but is part of the Constitution. That's the amendments. The first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution are referred to as the U.S. Bill of Rights. You might remember that these were added to the Constitution as part of the compromising between Federalists and Anti-Federalists. Anti-Federalists really wanted a Bill of Rights, a list of protections that we have from our government that are government guarantees of basic liberties. Bill of Rights is real important. We're going to explore it really in detail in one of our future units, but within the Bill of Rights we have protection of our natural rights, like the freedom for you to choose your own religion, to speak your mind, to be informed of what's going on, to give grievance to your government, to arm yourself and protect yourself, to not be subject to search and seizure without a warrant, to not be locked away indefinitely, the right to a trial by jury with a lawyer representing you, to not be tortured, among many others. So Bill of Rights is big time important. Once again, these amendments show the Constitution is meant to be a living document, that we can add to it fix it and change it, because history shows us, as awesome as the framers were, there were definitely some major areas of improvement with the Constitution as it was first drafted. For example, slavery, pretty much a bad idea. Uh, Thankfully, future amendment got rid of that. Not giving women the right to vote, bad idea. Once again, amendments fix that. To adjust the Constitution also to the needs of a growing country, as we saw that the average age of soldiers serving in wartime was getting younger and younger. We lowered the voting age to 18. As we saw that the U.S. felt that it needed income, it added an income tax, which wasn't originally allowed in the Constitution. So we see that the Constitution can be amended, can be changed. We can even change changes. The 18th Amendment allowed the prohibition of alcohol, and then the 21st Amendment repealed that prohibition. In all, there have been 27 amendments. So that gives you a quick synopsis of what our three major parts of the Constitution are. So let's now go to your first discussion question. Get out your magical learning journal, and in your own words, I'd like you to write down what you think the main purpose of the three parts are. Describe for me what the preamble, the articles, and the amendments are. Once you finish with that, you're all done with part one, lesson one, and you can move on to lesson two. Thanks for watching, and keep learning.